Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is just an average Sunday, nothing too special about it. However, I decided today would be a good day to try and get some work done and to be as productive as I can be. It's currently 12:07 p.m. It's midday and I decided to finally sit down and get some work done. Today the plan is to make a to-do list with a bunch of things I want to get done and then basically get them done today. I do want to work on all my ongoing projects today / projects that I will soon be working on. So like if I have a project I want to get done in June, then I will do a little bit of planning, outlining today. First thing I have to do is actually make a to-do list. I debated whether I should do this on my laptop, on my to-do list planner that you might have seen in a previous video, or my bullet journal. I don't know if you can tell, but the layout over here is a little bit different. I have my laptop perched up on this desk organizer because I found that when I'm eye level with my laptop that it's better for me. I know, shocking revelation, but yeah, I put it up there for fun once and I don't know, I occasionally do it now. So now I'm just quickly going to do the spread that I want to work on today and fill in a to-do list that I also want to get done today, bearing in mind that I want to finish roughly 9 p.m. and I want it to be realistic, so not like write 10k words in every single thing. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna try to be realistic, time-wise, and also knowledgeable of the fact that I will procrastinate halfway through, so I need backup plans, as in like not writing too much and having a wide spectrum of things. So if I get bored of one thing, I can switch and still get things on my to-do list done. Don't know exactly what my to-do list will look like yet, but hopefully it's doable.
You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV is full of pain. But we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist where you always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it, even if it hurts we always say it.
Well, the spread is now created and I'm really happy I chose to use my bullet journal for this because I came up with something that's a little bit more interesting than just like a to-do list that I go through. So that's the bullet journal done, the spread, and now together we can go and make a to-do list. A very aspirational bullet journal to-do list with only like 9 hours to complete it, 8 hours depending on how long this to-do list takes. So I think for priority A, this is where all of my ongoing, like what I'm currently working on projects will go. So my dystopian trilogy, my camp project / my fantasy series, and outlining a project that I wanted to start the 1st of May, but I didn't outline it, so I couldn't. So some of my priority A tasks have been put in place. I wrote it in pencil in case priority B has some things that I want to be priority A and vice versa. So far on my priority A list, we have write 600 words of the 2nd book of the dystopian trilogy / TA #2. I chose 600 words because 600 is enough for me to think it's progress, but also small enough for me to still be willing to take on other tasks with word goals, that kind of thing. Next is to rewrite 200 words of the 1st book, draft 2. I'm taking the rewrite slowly because I officially don't start it until June. So I'm just sort of taking it slowly now. If I feel like rewriting, I'll rewrite. 200 is enough for me to feel like it's progress for rewriting, but again, not a lot, where I feel like I can't get anything else done because I will be too exhausted from doing that. Then we've got write 600 words for the fantasy series, which again 600 is a good goal because it's not a lot, but then think about how many I'm writing so far. It's like 1400 words altogether. And then we've got outline act 2 of a project that I was going to start working on, which doesn't have a code name yet, so I don't really know what to refer to it as, but it's a standalone, and it's a urban fantasy standalone. And also act 1 or 2, I'm not sure how much progress I've done, of the third book of the dystopian trilogy. It's been a little bit of time and I managed to do priority B as well, and these goals mostly center around like things that I wouldn't normally do in a day because I prioritize things, but I decided to put here in case I finish. I'm going to start by probably rewriting, because that can get me introduced to like the drafting of that world, and then I can move on to the second book. So it's kind of going chronologically.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out.
Okay, so I'm here for a quick update because I managed to write the 200 words like super fast. So there's been an update to this. I haven't filled out the time log yet, which I have to. But there's been an update because I forgot 2 tasks that I actually wanted to do today, and I got reminded as I was looking through documents to get started. One of them is to brainstorm a prompt that I'm doing with the Discord I'm in. I put brainstorming on priority A because there's a less span of time that I need to get this done, and then in priority B I put reading through a very old project that I want to make notes on. I'm here to say that I am now about to get started with writing the 600 words for the second book of the dystopian trilogy, and I'm super excited. And I'm probably going to listen to music out loud using speakers. I'm quickly going to note down on the time log how long it took me to do my first task. Then I'm going to start writing my 600 words. Side note, I realized that I haven't updated my Spotify playlist to match all the songs I added on my YouTube playlist. So that's something I'm gonna have to do. But it's not a task for today. So for now, I'm just gonna listen to music and do some drafting. 600 words of drafting.
It's silent now, we don't say a word. We're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said. Yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on.
So it's been a little bit of time, and as you can see, it took me 45 minutes to write the 600 words of the second book. Sorry for this awkward angle, I can't be bothered to get my tripod. The reason it took me 45 minutes to write this is because halfway through I got distracted and made a BuzzFeed quiz. I entirely expected to get distracted though, so it's nothing new. However, I did write the 600 words. I like the words I wrote, which is always the best, and I feel confident and still motivated enough to start the 600 words of the fantasy series. Though saying that, I am going to take like a, I don't know, maybe 5-minute screen break where I just don't look at screens for a bit, because recently daily life has been just me looking at screens. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and when I come back I should start working on my fantasy series and getting something else of priority A crossed off. Since there isn't like a big glare right where I'm sitting, I'm going to keep my glasses on, but if I happen to turn my head too much, I might take them off. So I had a little bit of a break. It was literally like 5 minutes long. I just went downstairs, talked to my family a little bit, and then came back upstairs. So I am now ready to start writing. While I was on my screen break, I actually came up with a really cool concept that I want to try and explore in the prompt that I'm doing. And so I'm kind of debating whether I just want to do the prompt or do the writing. I'm going to do the writing first because while I'm in the zone of drafting, I'm just going to continue. And then I'm going to pull out my whiteboard and do some brainstorming on my whiteboard, because I haven't really done that much in the past, and I think it'd be fun if I could just erase thoughts as I get them and kind of explore with freedom and all that. It took me 45 minutes to get the 600 words when I got distracted, so I'm hoping I can cut that down to like half. So 22 minutes would be great to get it done in like 22 minutes, 23 minutes. I'm pretty sure I'm at a point where the main character, Ariel, as you might have met her from this video, somewhere up here when I wrote the synopsis, meets one of her friends, and this is where like they're fully established as friends. I'm not sure if more happened. I think I switched POVs to one of the villains, which I do occasionally. Just found the document and went over the outline and realised that I know exactly where I am, and I'm also coming to the end of Act 1, which is crazy. I'm like, what, 20,000 words in, and I'm almost at Act 2. I think it's going to be like a 60k book, if even that. I know it's fantasy, but book 1 is really just introducing the status quo. I'm pretty sure this book is going to be longer as I get further into drafting it, like further along the process, because just from the 9 chapters I've written, I can tell that my detail is really lacking. The reason for this is because I just want to get this book written. I want to get the entire series written because I need to understand more about everything about magic. The best way for me to understand their magic is by writing about their magic. So the more I write, the more I know. For example, I did outline the magic system before starting to write. However, as I started writing and as people started using magic in the book, I realized the way it works, the way it is, and now I know a lot more about the magic based on just writing about it. But my point is, I know exactly where I am, I know what I need to write, I need to get out of the POV I'm currently in and switch, and then a conversation needs to happen, and then the chapter ends. I also debated whether or not I should switch to my bed, because I feel like I've been working at this desk for so long. It hasn't been that very long, but I feel like I have been. However, I know the minute I move to my bed, my focus and creativity will just plummet. So, kind of need to write over here.
You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV is full of pain. But we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist where you always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it, even if it hurts, we always say it.
Okay, so it's been a little bit of time. It's been 23 minutes. So, in fact, half of the time it took me originally. And this time I wasn't distracted. I was kind of stuck at first, but then I kind of found my momentum. So I managed to start getting to work with that. That means I have 5 things on my priority A list, and 3 of them are now completed. The next tasks I have, one of them is, I feel like, it's super time consuming and like it takes a lot of brain power because it is a outlining task for 2 projects. But then I've also got to brainstorm a prompt. So I'm probably going to get onto brainstorming because it's a little different. It's different from what I was doing, and it's a different form, so I can get away from the screens and just go to my whiteboard. Taking my bullet journal with me, I'm going to move over to the floor, get my whiteboard, and do some brainstorming for this prompt that I got given. Welcome to my floor. As you can see, my desk is right there, my bookshelf is right here, and my whiteboard is right here. I have a ton of pens, and I don't think I'm gonna use like the majority of them, but I still want them out.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe.
So I I did some brainstorming work, and the idea that I came up with while writing this prompt is the one I like the best. So I'm going to just rub everything out. So I'm gonna stick with this idea that I wrote, and essentially it's like, this idea is more of a story kind of thing, like a legend people are told, like, and it centers around greed. So I'm interested to write a short story that has a lesson to be told, because typically when I write short stories or prompts, they have a lesson, but my short story revolves around more like plot and emotion than the lesson. But this is just about the lesson with a plot. It's been a while, as you can tell. My phone died, so I need to put it on charge, and I just continue doing the tasks. When I last spoke to you, I think I was getting on to outlining, or my last clip is showing me finally getting on to the last task of the A priority. So I can come back and say with happiness that priority A stuff has been completed. Everything I wanted to get done today has been done. So that's something I'm really happy with. Priority A was like the things I needed to get done, and then priority B was things I wanted to get done. With priority B, I actually managed to get some stuff as well. I managed to brainstorm a different idea that I have. I managed to post a picture to Instagram. I outlined 200 words of a side project, and that's about it. So today I'm really happy that I managed to get a lot of stuff done. I am super happy that I managed to get my priority A stuff done, and I'm happy I managed to get a lot of my priority B things done. From what I can see, I put reading for last. I do all my writing tasks first and then put reading at the very bottom of the list. And I don't like the fact that I do this because I like reading. That's what brought me to writing. I say this like every time, but I just want to read more, you know? I want books. I had a lot of fun today. I liked the productivity I had, and I did procrastinate a lot still. I made a BuzzFeed quiz and everything, but other than that, everything was fine. So yes, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing it, and let me know what you would do, if you would have like the priorities, or if you just give yourself a whole to-do list and just tackle it all at once. Yeah, I'd be interested to know the sort of process you have. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!